Nasi isikolo esiyasivala, isikolo samagweja selokishini, morning commanders, high discipline, isikolo eselokishini kwi-RDP. Sifuna uyazi na u-City of Cape Town uyayazi kodwa kunesikolo kwi-RDP yakhe, futhi sifuna u-Department of Education ayazi na kunesikolo nanku principal, he's a principal of the school, he's a teacher of everything, he's benefiting in South Africa. Operation Dudula takes them out. They must go. Mabahambe leaders, mabahambe. They coming to do business yabo apha election. Nasi isikolo siyabakhupha sing Operation Dudula naba. We chase them out. They also have mattresses in the room. In the RDP, there's APCTV in the walls. We don't know what is going on here.
There's private. Why they can't we go to private? Private is there for foreigners. Public is public for South Africans.
But what if someone could die?
If someone, we can give emergency. Emergency, yes, we can give you. But like general things, no, you go to the private hospital. That's why we make private hospital. Public hospital is for the South African. Public school is for the South African. For sure.
Some of them are even working without their working permit. How is that possible?
Health issues.
But we as South Africans, we are unemployed.
You understand? We can't accept having foreign nationals in high places. Let alone, when you look in the streets, they're everywhere. When you go to MTN, they're everywhere. You can't even move around the
illegal foreign
or all the pavements.
How do you guys know whether they're legal or not?
Wait, bro.
Not home office.
When police come, they run away. When police come, they run away. Why you run away? Why you know they are not doing any trouble?
We relied on Home Affairs to do that.
For sure.
Inina eningafuni ukwamukela ukuthi umalema kusuwethu political. Inina eningafuni ukwamukela. Dala suka ekuthina lo muntu. Dala suka. Samvotela, ngamvotela umalema mina makathola 6% EFF ngalesikhathi sabo umqithama nabo Floyd when they got 6% nabanye futhi esingibakhohliwe when abo Godrich basase parliament when they were telling uBab Zuma ukuthi when are you paying back the money, ngiyakhumbula ngamvotela mina ngalesi sikhathi during that is just after 2010 election 2010 World Cup ngalesi sikhathi 2010-2011. Yini nani ngafuna ukwamukela ukuthi lo muntu akusuwethu lo political. Nibizi ngama analysis angekho la ukuthi hayi umalema abantu abadala intanga zami. Abantu bakhulile intanga zami. My bathu ba hudileng thakatsaka ntse bana le this hope kamalema. Mutona isali wa rona. He's not ours anymore. He left us long time ago. Akasana ndaba ne South Africa lo muntu. He cares little about South Africa. Ngoba ipolitiki, it's business to him. It's business. It's not about issues. It's not about ukuvikela izwe. It's not about ukulungisa izinto. No, it's business. You don't want to accept that. It's clear, right in your face. Right in your face. Aksi mistake. Listen to umalema sikhulumayo when he says ukuthi people eat impeso abantu you know, unskilled men. This movement is of unskilled men who are eating impeso and that nonsense. Unskilled men. Malema, let's remind you ukuthi you also started there and when you were in an environment yaka ANC. You started mobilizing in ANC Youth League, actually from COSAS. That's where you learned everything. And went to ANC, you were elected ANC president. You started there, but it was in an organization, a massive, powerful organization in Africa, not only South Africa, ANC. And when you started EFF, you already had a base. When they fired you, when uBab Zuma and the ANC fired you, or Ramaphosa fired you, because Ramaphosa chaired that meeting. So you started there. Now, what skills did you have? Ukwe get a bit Erika suit you 100,000 or whatever amount of it. It's an expensive suit. You are now privileged. You don't, I mean, you really, and it's clear. I mean, politics, Samalema, it's all about racial division between blacks and white. He wants us to hate blacks, to hate whites, so that he can keep on going to them that, you see, if you don't give me money, I will make sure that I cause trouble. Malema's politics is business, and it's based on blacks hating white and white hating blacks. That is business model, politics and business model of his politics. And yet the very same person goes to and takes his children to all these white schools. He spends much of his time around white people. His wife stays in the white man's, yard. He says he doesn't stay there. Whatever the case might be. He was in Mazotti's daughter or son's wedding somewhere in Italy or Spain. Being a DJ there, according to Kenny Kunene, people that really know him, people that live in those circles, they know him. So why are you surprised about the things that he's saying? That he calls Abu Pagil Mtagati unskilled and what? No, he's afraid because Abu Pagil Mtagati are now able to mobilize abantu amadota kahle. Abu Pagil Mtagati are not mobilizing boys, because he now kaluku mobilize boys in ANC Youth League, young men and young women. Abu Pagil Mtagati, they are mobilizing men and women, heads of families, and of course young men and young women are there. He appeals to grown men and heads of families. Ukuthi hey madoda, vikele izwe liyahamba. Protect your country, protect your community. Uphakile umthakathi. Abotsha zinta. Vikele izwe. It's not that he doesn't understand the message. He knows exactly the message of Imach and March. The Operation Tutula. Abu Pagil Mtagati. He understands exactly what applied. Or change a narrative to say it's black on black hate. He's purposely saying that. And he understands very well that it's not about black on black hate. He understands that what we want is that people should go home, face their government. Because he once held that same position. Let me read some of the comments. Julius Malema tweets, 2011, the 10th of June. Gone are the days when Zimbabweans came to South Africa to find jobs. Now they come to have kids so to benefit from social grants. Isn't it what we are fighting against, or Abu Pagil Mtagati are fighting against? It can't be xenophobic. This is Julius Malema. It can't be xenophobic to demand that the ANC people should stop selling toilets or RDP houses to foreigners. Haibo. This is years. Sometime back. Our government may have put the interest of foreigners ahead of South African citizens by spending 60 billion on SWC. Now public servants suffer. He once held that position. 8.3 million visitors to South Africa in 2011. 6 million of them from Africa. Half of that are now living in Hillbrow and Beria permanently. Malema's tweets. Soneteni Manch. He knows exactly. Uguti, March and March, Operation Tutula, Pagel Mtagati, what they are fighting for. Uguti, Ukvigeli Izwe. He's purposely changing the narrative. He has sold us out long time ago. So Nina and analysis Ugutai, Malema. Understand I'm disappointed on Malema, this and that, because of the latest statement Zaki. Manje. Come on. Tala lomuntu asiyega lomuntu akuswe to politically lomuntu. His interests are not for us, because if funding yake, it is so that he can keep on pushing this message yake. I was listening to that speech Sake. It's all stories in Ganengwan. All stories, nothing but stories. So this analysis here to go to Shenchilo, whatever. I mean, this analyst will tell you you are disappointed. He's been like that for the longest now. Pumani guye bafwet. Pumani guye nansi ndaba. Sivikele izwe. Illegal foreigners must go home, face their own countries and governments, fix their governments. We want them to prosper because they've got beautiful countries. They can't do that while still being here, fighting with South Africans in South Africans' land. Can't do that. They must go home and fix their countries. And only in that way Africa can be one and strong.